Carissa, this is the first time you're participating at the American Cup. Obviously, you've faced these players so many times. How are you feeling about your first edition?
Well, I'm feeling a little nervous as usual, but also I think pretty good. It's always a lot of fun to play in St. Louis. And again, like you mentioned, I've played against all these players so many times for so many years. It's nice to see familiar faces. I mean, my first round opponent is Talia, and she and I go way back. So it'll be good to see her, just to see how she's doing, and then face her over the board too.
And this is sort of new for you as well because of the format. It's a double elimination, you have an extra life. Are you thinking about that when it comes to taking more risks potentially? Or how do you strategize this format?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's an element in my preparation for the tournament as well. Won't get too into that. But just in terms of strategy, I think I've already mentioned this, but my play style is always very going for the win. And sometimes I take big risks to do that. Occasionally it doesn't really work out in my favor. And the thing is, a loss just has so many more worse consequences in a situation like this than a draw. So I think for the most part, I'm gonna try to rein that part of my chess in. And yeah, that's mostly how elimination has been affecting me and my thinking for this event.
Are you feeling more safe having an extra life, or you don't even want to mess with that extra life? You want to stay in the champions bracket?
I'm not even touching that extra life. Hopefully. I mean, I figure we'll deal with it if that happens, but I'm trying to stay in the champions bracket all the way.
Now, speaking of the format and the potential of having Rapid Blitz and Classical, potentially Armageddon as well, which one of these time formats do you feel the strongest in?
I honestly feel pretty good in all three formats. I'm hoping that I won't have to go to tie breaks, but if I do, then I feel pretty good in Rapid. I feel pretty good in Blitz. I don't have too much experience in Armageddon, but we'll take that as it comes.
Now, speaking of Talia, you mentioned she will be your first round opponent. She's also a student. How do you combine, obviously, life at Stanford, which is already extremely demanding, with playing in such a competitive field?
I don't do a great job managing my academics with chess. Being able to have sufficient time to train, study, prepare for such tournaments is pretty difficult. So I'm actually taking some time off school, moving to St. Louis, and just trying to focus on my career full time.
Well, let's actually speak about that. How did you come to that conclusion and that decision? It's a big life-altering, potentially, decision.
Well, it's kind of a variety of things. I think maybe the most evident was that I had a series of very good tournaments, the Olympiad, US Women's, and it was difficult to kind of work properly on these tournaments and to be able to put in a sufficient amount of work, I felt, but also with my sort of limited preparation, I still did really well. And I was just thinking if I could have more time to really invest myself in chess, then why not see where that goes? So that was kind of what spurred my decision. Also, I think taking some time off from school, especially at Stanford, is very commonplace thing to do. So it's definitely something I can afford in my academic schooling. And yeah.
Where do you feel that's going to go? This extra year to focus only on chess?
Well, I'm hoping to get the Grandmaster title, and I'll kind of see where it goes from there, but that's kind of my short-term goal.
And how about the $100,000 Cairns trophy and prize? Are you competing for that? Is that in the back of your mind as well?
Definitely. It's a big incentive, and I think it's amazing that they kind of implemented this. I think first announced it last year. But I think for me, becoming GM is not so much about the prize, but it's a source of it's a personal thing for me. When I started playing chess, I was 7, and I remember I was just one day I'm going to be a Grandmaster. I have to. And I think to kind of not give my all to that would be a disservice to my 7-year-old self.
And why St. Louis? Why did you decide to move to pursue those type of goals in St. Louis?
I mean, St. Louis is the center of chess in the US, right? there's so many great players. I think there are a lot of resources here that are available to me, and it's just the place to be if I really want to focus on chess full time, 100%.
Well, Carissa, good luck at the American Cup, and we'll see you in the next few days.
Thank you.